I literally went from 52 kg, 54 kg to 60 kg in just 2 months. If you've ever looked in the mirror and felt like you're too skinny, and no matter what you eat, you just can't gain any healthy weight, trust me, I've been there. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I went from skinny to thick in just 3 months. And to be precise, I literally went from 52 kg, 54 kg to 60 kg in just 2 months. And now I'm comfortably weighing 65 kg. And I've done all of this just by eating natural foods, no supplements, no pills, no weight gain enhancement products at all. I'm going to show you exactly how I've done this by eating natural foods, the workouts I have done, and how I've managed to stay consistent all through this journey. Let's get right into it. Let me take you back a bit to when I started my entire journey. This was back in 2020. I was probably in my final year, but then COVID hit, so we all had to go home. And this was when I decided I wanted to take my life and my health serious. I was skinny, my BMI was low, and I was just not eating enough food. And I honestly needed to fix this. I didn't want to be having any small headache, any small issues, just because my BMI was not up to what it should be. And that was when I decided to create a diet for myself. For me, the real shift started when I stopped wishing, oh, I wish I could be up to this. For a long time, for about 3 years, I had the goal to hit 60 kg and aim for 65 kg, but trust me, I was not taking the steps to get in there. And the first thing I had to do was change my mindset. Your weight gain journey is not just about the aesthetics. First thing you want to ask yourself, is this good for my health? And for me, this was the major reason I needed to gain weight. My BMI was low. And then, yes, the aesthetics was a secondary reason, because there's nobody that doesn't want to look good in their clothes. This was when I started digging deep. I started studying foods, healthy foods, muscle growth, my body type, what I needed to do to get the results I was looking for. Now, food was everything. My workout was not suffering so much, but my nutrition was, and I knew I needed to fix it. The very first thing I did after changing my mindset was ensuring I fixed my diet, because without a proper diet, trust me, you're not going to get the results you're looking for. I decided to have a good and healthy relationship with food. This meant I would eat my breakfast, I would eat my lunch, I would eat my dinner, and I would not be feeding on junks. And what did I do? I created a meal plan for myself, something that I know I could get used to, something that was containing the foods I was used to, foods I usually eat. And I'm a picky eater, so I needed something that would motivate me to eat. While it had to have foods that I like, it also had to be nutrient dense and calorie dense. For someone like me that doesn't like to eat, I knew I had to add smoothies that contained all the nutrients I needed. Remember, I was moving away from junks to actual foods that I needed. So if this is you, you want to ensure that you cut off all junk foods. And if you don't eat much, ensure that whatever you eat contains all the calories you need to get your goals and contains all the nutrients you need to. At the same time, this meal plan had to be stupid simple to follow, because I was a 9 to 5 worker and I cannot be spending all my time in the kitchen. So what a typical day for me looked like was oats and fruits in the morning. I have maybe toast, or I have spaghetti that I prepared the previous day in my cooler. And then I also have lunch, maybe something like plantain and eggs. And then for dinner, I'm having the same rice and spaghetti with the chicken sauce or whatever fish sauce I have prepared in the morning. This way, I didn't have to be thinking about food the entire day. And when I had to snack, I always snacked on high calorie foods. Now, if you're on a weight gain journey, you want to make sure you're not skipping meals. And this also means that you have to be eating early. So usually before now, I would have my breakfast around 10, 11, or sometimes 2. Don't judge me. But I knew I had to switch up things. So I started having breakfast as early as 6, 7, 8. Anything later than 8:30 was already late. Why? Because when it gets to that time, you are already eating into the time that your food will digest. So imagine you have your breakfast, say by 10 o'clock. Will you still have enough space in your stomach for lunch by 2 and then dinner by 6 or 7? That's why most of you end up being overwhelmed and not able to eat all the food you need, because you're even eating late. But imagine you eat by 6 o'clock, you eat by 7 o'clock. Before it's 12, you're feeling hungry. That's like a 5 hours, 6 hours interval. You're already feeling hungry, so you can even have your lunch earlier. Say you now have your lunch 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. You can definitely have your last meal of the day by 6, 7, and you don't even have to worry about bloating, indigestion, or trying to get in your last meal before you get to bed. Now, let's talk about the workout part because honestly, you cannot just eat and expect to get the results without workout. Nutrition is good on its own, don't get me wrong, but when you add the workout, it is like the tea, the complete package. You're literally getting in your nutrition and you're sculpting your body. This is how I like to see it. I believe both of them go hand in hand. And if you cannot start at the gym, that's totally fine. For me, I didn't start at the gym. Back in 2020, obviously everywhere was even locked down. So I started with home workouts. I would put myself in a condition where I would want to work out because trust me, discipline for home workouts can be a lot harder because there's nobody to motivate you. You're not seeing somebody else carrying equipment and then you just want to get on your game. So I had to wear my sneakers and dress like I'm actually going to the gym and focus on my home workout. So quit all the excuses of, oh, I work out at home, so it's difficult, or I can't afford to go to the gym, so I can't work out. Start with what you have, but ensure that what you are disciplined. So for my workout routine, when I started out, I was working out just twice a week. So I would split it to upper body day and lower body day. Eventually, I transitioned to 3 times a week, and currently I work out 4 times a week. I don't think I'll be working out more than 4 times a week because that's what seems perfect, and my body has enough time to rest. Now that I work out 4 times a week, my current split is one day for my legs, that's my glutes and my hamstring. The second day I focus on upper body and core workouts. Then on the third day, after I've given my body enough time to rest, I focus on my glutes. And on the last day, I do a bit of cardio, stretches, and flexibility training just to get an all round benefit from my workout sessions. It could be different for you if you have 3 days to work out or 2 days to work out. You could split it. Say you have 3 days to work out. You could split it glutes and hamstrings or quads and hamstrings on one day, glutes on another day, and in the middle of those 2 days you can have your upper body core, and after every workout you could just have your stretches. This is another perfect thing you could do if you work out 3 times. And if you work out from home, you can follow the same routine. Have routines like this and have a plan that actually works. You don't want to be jumping on every and anything you see on the internet. I've been working out for 4 years, but the most transformation I've seen has been in 2024 because this was when I fixed my diet and I had an actual workout routine. I'm going to be attaching the link to the workout routine I used in the description box below. Be sure to get it and you can follow through. And the last thing I had to do was to create a system to help me stay consistent. My people, this is the hardest part. Consistency in eating, in working out. You know your weak points. For me, consistency in eating right was my weak point. So I had to create a system. Even for my workouts, I had to create a system that will help me stay consistent because we are here for the goals and we have to create a strategy to help us achieve that. When I talk about system, what do I mean? It could mean having an accountability partner, an accountability group, preparing your meals, planning your meals beforehand. Have a plan, have a group, have an accountability system. Now I have an accountability group where I help people get on track with their goals, their health goals, their fitness goals, and their nutrition goals. We literally support each other on this journey. And if you would like to join, just click the link below and get the meal plan bundle. It gives you automatic access to the community. Another thing you want to do is plan your meals, meal prep. If you're someone that works a 9 to 5 job, you cannot be expecting that you wake up every single morning to cook your food. Even if you don't work a 9 to 5 job, you don't run on emotions. And so you don't want to plan your goals on emotions. Plan your meals, prep your meals beforehand. You could use the weekend or any free day you have. Ensure that you already know what you're going to eat the next day, not the morning you're thinking of, what am I going to eat this morning? This one sounds unconventional, but in creating a system, you also want to take your pictures. I regret not taking pictures in the beginning of my journey. Gosh, I wish I could go back in time and fix things because now I'm trying to tell people, except for people that have known me for the longest, I'm like, whoa, Ella, is this you now? And they'll be like, did you do BBL? But the pictures are not there. I don't have enough pictures to tell my story. If you're at this point in your journey, don't be ashamed. Take the pictures. You may not share them on the internet. You don't even have to, but have something that reminds you of where you're coming from. Because trust me, when you get your results, you are definitely going to need it. And at that time, you'll be so proud to tell your story. But when you don't have pictures, how will people believe you? Lastly, you want to celebrate your wins. Appreciate yourself. Give yourself all the accolades. If it's 1 kg you're able to gain this month, my dear, celebrate it. It's all your your full chest because you earned that, you worked for it, and you got those results. Celebrating yourself and rewarding yourself is a way to keep you motivated when the journey seems hard. And when I say celebrate and reward yourself, I don't mean don't go and buy like 3 boxes of pizza because you're trying to celebrate yourself for your wins. Eating healthy is not a punishment. You have to remove that mindset first of all, and it will take you way closer to your goal than you think. If you're currently on your skinny to thick journey, I really hope this inspires you. And I want you to give yourself grace. It is a marathon, not a sprint. You are not comparing your results to someone else's results. This may have worked for me in such a short time, doesn't mean it exactly will work for you. But trust me, if you put in the work, you could even get better results. Give yourself grace. And if you want a full workout guide, the workout guide I used on my journey, click the link below if you would love to join the accountability group and our community. Be sure to get the meal plan. The link is in the description box and it automatically gives you access to the community. And if you love this video and watch to the end, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe because I have so much more coming. If there are any questions you would love me to answer or topics you would love me to treat, drop them in the comment section and I just might talk about that next. Anyways, I'll see you in my next video, of course. Bye.